Hey, what's up, people? How's it going there? All right, on my last video, or I think it was a short, yeah, it was a short that I loaded onto my YouTube, was me dancing with this shirt on, doing the Trump dance. Just funning you guys, having a little fun, And a lot of people commented on this shirt that they would like to purchase one of these shirts from me. And you could do that by getting in touch with me on my Instagram. And my Instagram is linked in my bio to this YouTube channel. And you see, I should get an email. I keep saying that, but I guess when I retire and I take this YouTube stuff more seriously or something, then I'll do it that way. You don't have just an email for this because all my emails right now are packed with junk. If you email me something, chances are I won't even see the fucking thing. So I gotta get one set up for just this. And like I said, when I have more time on my hands or taking this YouTube stuff more seriously, right now it's just having fun. But getting back to these t-shirts. This is not silk screened. This is an actual RD tag on it. I hand paint these RD tags, each and every one of them on the shirt. I use a fabric paint, and they actually glow in the dark. Yeah, real freaky. They glow in the dark, real good too. I painted this shirt maybe 2 years ago, 18 months or something like that. The video that I uploaded on here on YouTube is the day that I did the shirt. I actually uploaded a video of me doing this shirt probably about 18 months ago, maybe 2 years ago at this point. It's been washed and washed and washed. And that's one of the reasons I never really went hard with it because I want to make sure that it doesn't get fucked up in the wash. And then all you people complain to me that the letters fell off or something like that. So I held on to it for about 4 or 5 months, and then I had a bunch of them, and I sold them. Most of them went not even on here or on Instagram. Just people in my neighborhood that saw the shirt on my YouTube or something like, "Yo, let me get one." I sold them. I had like 140 something, maybe 200 almost. No, it was under two. I was like 260. I remember it had to be in lots of 20s, multiple sizes, and I sold them all. But I could do that again. I'll get the shirts. They're actually I put them on 100% cotton. I make sure. What I do is I go over to the garment district, 28th Street, Broadway, stuff like that, and I buy in bulk the t-shirts, and then I hand paint them on each and every shirt, like I said, and then I go over it with the glow in the dark paint. And this thing still glows in the dark and everything. Look, 100% cotton. Yeah, 100% cotton. Now, I don't really silk screen stuff. I'm against that, to be truthful. Yeah. Not to knock the people that do that with little buttons, pins, and stickers, even. They print them up like in a Xerox machine or on a computer program or something. They even do the little 3D printed things and, all this stuff. They don't do that. And prints just of artwork, like of an actual canvas or something like that. You take a picture of it, and then people do prints. People always say, "Oh, Bob, yo, you should make a bunch of prints of that and sell them, and you can make good money off it." And I look at it like, I don't know, it doesn't seem collectible to me. It doesn't seem worth holding on to. If it's just a print, I mean, like a Levi's button on a fucking pair of pants or something, like it's printed like that. I don't. It's really. It just seems asinine to me. I got art. Like you can see. You got Min Annie. I got the Tracy face over there on the Whitney Museum of American Art. Shit like that. I picture as something that's worth holding on to, something that the person actually did. But like prints and shit like that, yeah. Let me just tell you this real quick. If you ever come across a print of anything I've done in the past or anything or in the future, I didn't fucking do it. I got nothing to do with it. Like I might have done the original drawing, but as far as it goes with printing stuff up and doing stuff like that, I see a lot of different things they do that with. And even on t-shirts, they print their little tag on a t-shirt. And to me, it's like, yeah, okay, that's like, a copy of the tag or, I don't know, it's just there's something about it where in my mind, don't accept it. I refuse to be involved with it. Now, I have painted 3D fire hydrants, like a fire hydrant, something like this, like a little fire hydrant. I don't know if you can see it. Things like this. My man Dos from out Queensbridge. He 3D printed a bunch of these and gave them to me, and I did that. Yeah, but to me, that's in each one is different now. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I paint this on it and I make it look old and stuff like that. I add some rust to it. I even put a little dirt on there with some glue and shit. You know what I'm saying? So this to me is something different where it's actually unique. But to sit there printing up something where it's like a Star Wars figure or something thousands of times, it seems stupid to me, my personal opinion. And what I'll do is I'll put on the original video that I've done on the YouTube. I could leave the link in the description below, but what I'll do is I'll actually add it right onto this thing behind this. And starting New Year's, I'm going to slow down on here and definitely put more attention in on my Patreon. Like I've been dropping on my Patreon, I'm going to continue on with like stories and stuff like that. But you guys here now, you're just going to get more like do-it-yourselves and maybe opinion pieces of graffiti and stuff like that on there. But like actual stories and plus interviews with people I'm going to start getting, but I'll be putting that on my Patreon. So I suggest you guys check out my Patreon, at least definitely after January 1st, because I'm going to start limiting my stuff to here. I, um, I believe I proved my point on here. I really did. Like I said, I started this thing for you people to come out and tell me who has been out there illegally as long as me. Who's been out there smashing shit as hard as me? Like just out there wrecking shit like me for the amount of decades I've been wrecking shit. But the whole fucking Manhattan Island, and no one really came up with any solid answer. I mean, there's people out there that's been around and have done little stuffs here and there, but they never really like took shit down and held shit with an iron fist. It didn't happen other than me. And not one human being has come up with anyone. They were talking about some guy, Eternity, who was writing on floors with chalk in Europe during World War II. And yeah, I beat him by like, I don't know, by now, God knows. But it was like 4 or 5 years, 6 years. And then they were talking about Disco Duck from Philadelphia and just when that song Disco Duck came out and when the discotheque started creating disco music and this and that and the time period. And even with his death and everything, I beat him too. So, yeah, it was just between me and maybe that guy Texino or some shit like that that writes on the freight trains. And there's no proof that that's even just the same fucking person. That's another thing I don't like. When people hit other people up, I hate that shit, man. PK used to do that. I see pictures of Kez 5. That's an episode I'm going to do. People are like, yeah, Kez 5 once. He did a whole freight train. Half of it, he did a big RD on it. Ugly looking shit. I'm like, I didn't even know that thing existed until after Kez 5 had passed away. Maybe I'll do an episode on that. But it's a freight train. He did a big Kez 5 and a big RD on it. I didn't do that. I also didn't do that wild style RD piece that was with the ghost or a 6-pack or something like that. I didn't do that either. But yeah, I don't like that shit. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but when DG had passed away, DG, I remember talking to RE about that. And I was like, yo, man, if I ever fucking die, bro, don't have these motherfuckers running around writing my tag all over the place, man. Because then it'll get to the point where people won't know if it's an actual real RD tag that I did or if it's just some fucking person that loved me or some shit. You know what I mean? I'm strong with that shit. Like, let that be my last will and testament to y'all right now. But God forbid I keel over, man. Don't go running around doing no fucking RD tags all over the place, man. I'll fucking haunt you. Yeah, I'll haunt you in your fucking sleep. I'm against that shit, man. Yeah, that's just my bottom line. It's once again, it fogs up the history. It makes it weird, where yeah, I don't get down like that. Like right now, you can't even tell if it's a real VE, like that guy VE. so many people had hit him up at this point. Is that a real VE or a fake VE? Yeah, it fucks it up, man. Turn that shit into a unicorn. Just let it die out with the human being, man. Yeah, that's the way I see it. In my personal opinion. Anyway, getting back to these t-shirts, man. Yeah, they're good. 100% cotton. Good shirts. Always use cotton. Yeah, I'm still fucked up, man. I'm still like, you can hear it in my voice. I still got like a little bit of cold. I'm feeling a lot better, but all right, yeah, now these things are $50. Yeah. Anywhere in America, $50. And that includes the shipping. So it's like free shipping and $50 a shirt. Then I actually sit there and do them. Now, if you're not living in America, you want one of these shirts, you're going to have to pay for the shipping. I don't know how else to put it. I'm going to actually like put the video on right now after this of me painting this shirt back then. All right, people, take care of yourselves. Yeah, real quick, I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking people might get back at me. Oh, but you did that big JJ after he died on the when you come off the 59th Street Bridge. And yes, but his all that spray paint was up in my house. He already had the outline down on that wall, and he had the whole bottom part of it already filled in. John JJ John Zavolis, he was short. He was not even 5 feet. So he was dragging over a garbage can to reach up high, and the superintendent had come out of the building. Hey, what are you doing this and that? So he ran away. And he went out on a motorcycle and died in a motorcycle accident that night. So I finished the painting of JJ on that wall, being I lived right around the corner from that wall where the 59th Street Bridge lets off near Scores, where Scores topless bar was. Around the bend a little bit, that's where the JJ was. You go to the next block through the cut through, that's where I lived. So I still had all his spray paint in my house. I was supposed to go and help him finish the fucking thing. And obviously that didn't happen. He passed away. So I went and finished it with everybody. Everyone from the neighborhood was there. You had Kid One, you had Slater, you had um, just about there were like 30 of us there, man. Sammy D3 was there. The Bonet brothers were there. Bunch of fucking people. I think Pace might have been there. Yeah, a bunch of people. Yeah, Pace was there because we gave everyone tattoos. We all went up to my house one day shortly after that. Yeah, he was there too. Chalks was there. Raul was there. Everyone, like the whole group of us were there, like just huddling around while I painted, other people painted, finished the thing up. There was so many people around it, you couldn't even tell that someone was painting it. And at that point, the super of that building that chased John away from there heard about John's death. It was in the newspapers and stuff like that. So he felt bad too and kind of led us to it in a sense. Well, yeah, you have that. Also, being the trains are clean, we would do me, Lace. If we just go down to Tishman or during the winter or something, we don't have nothing better to do. Or once or twice, the Lace actually come up with an outline of someone that had passed away, just sitting in his apartment drawing. And he's like, yo, this shit looks hot. I want to do it. So then we'll get together some spray paint and we'll go do it. And that's of someone that had died. I remember I did a Rost, top to bottom, for Brother Rost from out in Astoria. And that was around the time Gary Pinedo had passed away. Sash 357. So Lace did a top to bottom sash, and I did a top to bottom Rost, 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 Brother Rost. He also wrote Sack. Yeah, he's out in Queens. Good guy, man. There's been situations like that where in the wintertime, hee ha ha, let's go draw on trains. So we don't do our real tags. We would use someone that had passed away's tag. For instance, Hove. You know, Pove, GU, Pove. He does the PV fillings. He was telling me once that he saw a bus that had an RD tag on it on like 38th Street, like Fifth Avenue or something. And I'm like, holy shit. I rode on that bus like fucking a month ago. Yeah, like I haven't rode on a bus in like a month. So I started getting in my mind that they're not cleaning these buses like they used to. So for me to test out my theory, I ran around writing on buses doing JJ tags, JJ 357. And I started seeing them run, but then boom, they started buffing that shit. Once they got wind of it, they started buffing them all. So yeah, I wrote JJ for that purpose to see if the buses would start to run with graffiti on them. I was like, oh shit, maybe if it's just I was actually just talking to this guy Dast about that. If you hit the train, it's just little mosquito bites, or if you're right with like a light color or something like that, that it kind of passes by a few times. It's where if you do a whole car, and even people doing shit under the windows, it runs like a day almost until it's convenient for them to get rid of it. Like the next convenient moment when they're pulling it out to put it to sleep for a while, buff it and then pull it back on, but they won't interrupt the line. So yeah, it's kind of like when I'm testing the waters on something. I would do something like that. Other than that, yeah, man. All right, watch the video, guys. Just want to make that clear. Also, a few other people that have passed away that looks like they were up more when they died than when they were actually living. Like when they die, people push their tag so much. It's like to the point where they're up more than they were when they were alive. You got Zexor, right? Zexor is one of them. Asp is one. So many different people, man. There was a couple of them. I had them in my head. Now I'm forgetting them. Yeah, you had a bunch of people like that when they pass away. And people write their name all over the place for a while, do a train or something like that. Yeah, I'm not into that shit, man. I don't know. It's just not me. People ask me, oh, how come RD, you don't push people, when they die, like rest in pieces, like for RE? How come you don't run? And I'm like I've explained, I actually had that conversation with RE. And every time I saw someone doing that, I'm like, what an asshole. Because then you don't know if it's a real RE or if you're looking at someone else's. Like some of these people got real good at doing these tags. And these are people, my friends, these are my people, 357 I'm talking about too. And people that live up in the Bronx and stuff. And yeah, it kind of watered it down and just, I don't know. I knew RE. I've had that conversation with him, and it's kind of the last thing RE would have wanted. Is at least the way I was talking to him in his car when I was actually writing graffiti with him. The last thing he would want is people to run around writing RE all over the place. That's his way of thinking of it. I had brought the conversation up after DG had passed away, and I was like, wow, everyone was writing DG all over the place. I was kind of like, wow, man, that's fucked up. Like, I don't know. I look at it more as like a disrespect, in my personal opinion. But I have been guilty of that on clean subways, so I don't get arrested. I did raw top to bottoms, did JJ top to bottoms too. Almost the whole car with lace JJ. Yeah, it's just like nothing better to do. Hee hee ha ha, walking down memory lane. A lot of people also ask that too. Oh, you right on trains, right on. I'm like, who the fuck says I don't, man? Like for real, like what the fuck? Like obviously, I'm not going to sit on here talking about things I could get arrested for and stuff. But I am getting old, man. I can't even stay up anymore, man. Like to go out, it ain't easy, man. But it is what it is. One more thing that I forgot to mention about this shirt is in the video, I do the 3D in the glow in the dark. As you'll see in the video, I go around just the 3D. But when that shirt dried and I had it on and I had it glowing in the dark, I didn't like how it looked. So I went over the whole tag with the glow in the dark. So now the whole tag glows, real cool looking shit. Yeah, before I didn't like it. It didn't. I mean, you could see it's RD, but it was a little quirky. I just right now I go over the whole thing, so I don't want to. misrepresent the item that I'm selling here, because in that video I actually just did the outline, but then later on I decided, fuck it, I'm going to do the whole thing glow in the dark, and it still to this day glows in the dark, real good too. Yeah, it's good shit. All right, people, watch the bag full of t-shirts. And I got this paint for the it's our fabric paint. So I try this shit out. 2X. I'm gonna try this new paint I got, but I broke this damn thing. I'm still a little sick. My voice is still a little fucked up, people, so bear with me. See, I never used this before. I was shaking it well, and it's like this, but this is glow in the dark. You know, shaking it, and my thumb just went right through the whole fucking thing and busted it. So I can't squirt it out. I actually wanted to draw something for you guys, but I can't because the thing busted. So I figure I'll just do a tag on it. Hopefully this thing's all in range. Hopefully you guys can see it, right? Yeah, it looks good. All right. See, this whole fucking thing broke. I don't want to go fucking up my shirt, but yeah. Like, I actually wanted to draw something. I was going to draw a fire hydrant and shit. I even got the green here to do the RD tag and shit, but such is life. They figure here's the middle, right? Probably should test this shit out on something first, right? Okay. I like it, I like it. I like it when it looks sloppy like that. Fuck, you're leaving, right? That shit looks hot, sloppy, no?
Believe it or not, I think the paint is starting to harden in this thing since the thing broke. But yeah. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shit, the glow in the dark. Oh, shit. See, this is how that was supposed to work. The white was supposed to have a nozzle. Like I said, I was actually going to draw, but I wasn't able to. So now I'm just going to do like a 3D and the glow in the dark. This shit glows in the dark. Yeah, it lost its feed. There we go. There it goes. I gotta leave that shit dry for like a million fucking hours.